Welcome to the fight of your life. Are you willing to die to shine? Nobody is taking us down. We are here for the crown of sound.
We're backstage at Sonic Temple 2023 with Matt from Bullet For My Valentine. Matt, it's always good to see you at a festival, man.
You too, man.
You know, it's I gotta say, man, when you guys put out the deluxe edition of the self-titled album that you released, you know, about a year and a half ago, I love the new tracks, man. No More Tears to Cry is such a killer song, and Omens.
Yep. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Stitches. I mean, all the stuff that was on that those. I was wondering what you guys would do when you decided you were going to like put out some more material. Tell me about, were those songs recorded like at the same time as the rest of the record, or was it some stuff?
They were all ready to go. We just kind of picked what we thought were the most cohesive 10 tracks for an album.
Yeah.
What we thought, anyways. And we just had all these kind of killer tracks left over. They were all a little bit kind of weirder than what we wanted for the album. Like I like No More Tears to Cry, Omen. They're very stylistically and musically very different.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, like equally as good. They just didn't fit the kind of the sonic that we wanted to put on the album as a whole. So we just kept them all back and did the deluxe thing, and yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, it was like it added like a whole other half a record to it, which is
Basically,
great,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And all those songs were so strong. It's amazing.
Cool, thanks.
You know, being a fan of yours since the mid 2000s, I guess, is when I first discovered the band. How do you break down a set now? I mean, when it comes time to pull from your vast, incredible catalog.
Yeah, when we do headline shows, it's a lot easier because we can kind of do 90 minutes and then expand the set. And there's certain songs that we know we have to play forever, which we do, which is kind of one of those things that bands kind of hate but understand why.
But do you feel good though, because at least songs still resonate with people so much?
It's a great problem to have.
Totally, it's great. It's not a problem at all. It's a great thing, and it's just in rehearsals it's boring. The performance is great, but like 20 years later playing the same songs in rehearsal, it's kind of like, oh man, just going through the motions. But on stage, when you see it connect and how it resonates, then it all makes sense again, So it's good. But so we just try to kind of mix up everything from the beginning to the new album, really, and just try and get a nice balance of old and new.
That's great.
Yeah.
So fun fact, early on in my design career, I came up making Bullet For My Valentine T-shirts way back in the day, and I have a great memory when I was art directing at Revolver. We had the Future of Heavy Metal issue, and we put these guys in the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
15-something years ago.
Yeah, I think it
maybe
was like
longer,
2007 or something like that.
And I thought it was the coolest thing because we actually tracked down the actual Back to the Future DeLorean and did a photo shoot with these guys. Now you guys are closing and out the Octane stage here tonight. Like, you've come to the top of the mountain. What's it like? You said, as you mentioned, you have all these songs. What's it like coming into a festival like this? And what's your approach? Knowing that you could, a lot of your fans, but you could also be winning over some new fans as well.
Yeah, it's just do what we do. Go out there, have fun. Showcase what Bullet's about, old and new, and just do what we do. Try and get everyone involved as much as possible and have a good time. It's just like the same thing as it was back in 2005, where we're here to destroy. Doesn't matter if it's headlining a festival or a club show or an arena.
I'm calling security. He threatened to destroy
Sonic Temple.
We should probably call someone, right? I see something. I should say something.
Absolutely. You see something, you're always supposed to say something. But I gotta say, I want to know, was that a great experience to be in the DeLorean in that photo? Because you obviously watched Back to the Future when you were
Of course, yeah. No, it was kind of way back in the early days as well when things were ascending. So all those kind of experiences of being on magazine covers and playing shows even and coming over here and doing things like this were just wild. It's just become part of the story now, and we're very fortunate to 20 years later still be invited back and still have a fan base that wants to see us. But yeah, amazing experiences. 20 years and it's still as strong as it's ever been. So yeah, really, really proud of ourselves and like to cherish all those memories,
Now, Brixton Academy is like one of the most legendary venues in London. Certainly, I love that place. It's amazing, the architecture there, but it's also a place that you've done some great live recordings at, some live stuff from there. Is that because it feels like going back home when you guys play those shows?
It's just one of those places which is kind of like it's the place to play in London. It's just under 5,000 capacity. So the capacity's good. You can go in there and smash it. The stage is big, so you can do a huge production. You can do an arena production in a theater, basically. And it's just one of those venues which is just iconic in the UK. And yeah, we've been fortunate enough to play it many, many times. We've done multiple live performance DVDs and recordings there. And yeah, it's not doing so good at the moment.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's had its license revoked because of an incident like 6 months ago, or whatever, which is
That I
which
didn't
is crazy.
realize. You know, I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that because
Yeah.
it's such a legendary venue that so many
Oh,
people
yeah.
love. And you know, have you ever done like I remember going there like during a sound check and then going literally all the way up to the top
Yeah.
of some old crazy architecture that's there. Have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
done that climb and gone over?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I think when we did our Live at Brixton Poison DVD back in 2005, we did some kind of like this. We did kind of like interviews, but at the top of the seats, you know. So
Yeah.
the camera was pointing down into the whole of the theater down below, you know. So yeah, so wild times.
It's an
Especially back then. It was our first album as well, and we like sold out Brixton Academy.
Yeah.
Just the crazy times. Like that first period, like Poison, Screaming Fire, and the EP, they were just wild times for us, man. It just did this, you know. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I remember. You know, I said I was working at a guitar magazine at the time, and the hype coming from the UK was incredible, and they said to have you guys here now. You know, I can't believe it, 20 years later, right? It's
Yeah, man.
it's so incredible.
wild.
Now you've also speaking of venues, you know, you've obviously, you know, growing up over there, you probably were spoiled as far as festivals, and I feel like it's the one thing the U.S. is always catching up on.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think? You know, you're a veteran of so many of these great Dating Wimmer festivals. What is it about these festivals in Sonic Temple and being here tonight that you think is unique and special?
It's just a gathering of like-minded people celebrating heavy music. You know what I mean? Because these festivals are a celebration of a genre which is shunned by mainstream, usually, you know? So for me, being able to come to these places, especially this far into our career, like still being relevant, still having a fan base which is so hungry for us, it's just an amazing feeling, you know? Like in here, it's just it's hard to explain. So, you know, we're just going to keep on doing what we do, write the best music we possibly can, that's from our heart, and deliver, like, I don't know, crushing live performances. And so to be here again this year is amazing. You know, every time we come here, we feel blessed and honored and privileged. And yeah, today's no different, you know.
That sounds great. No,
Yeah.
and still, I know I've told you this before throughout the years, Matt, but you do still have one of the greatest band names of all time with
Yeah,
Bullet for
man.
My Valentine. It's a killer name.
It's
I
such
just
a good
love-
name.
I mean, it's what's better than that, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
man, it's a tough one to beat.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
absolutely. Matt, thanks for taking the time to hang out with
Yeah,
us.
pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt, Bullet for My Valentine, backstage here at Sonic Temple. We're going to get him to the stage, and you can catch us on the Power Hour on Access TV.